Good looking now, G.
Everybody have to tell you that he made you beautiful. Beautiful. Everybody have to tell you that God made you beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey there, excuse me, no disrespect, you're very precious. Please.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Hype. On today's show, we are going to be discussing why it is important to keep your skin healthy. Did you know that your skin is the largest organ of your body? And as with any other organ, we should be aware of how what we do to it can have an effect on our overall health. Makeup, perfumes, lotions, and other beauty products contribute to the toxic brew that is causing health problems for many women. Joining us for today's discussion is professional makeup artist, Ms. Torrence Forde. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with The Hype.
Want you to know that I'll never be the same. Think you should know that I'll never.
I would, without a doubt, prefer to chase a dream. Not to say that money isn't a factor at all, because it is, but I just think at the end of my life, when I reflect back, I would hate to have made a ton of money but not fulfill my purpose. So the dream wins.
I prefer to chase money because money will drive you family and also drive you to do things you do. It's true that money doesn't always buy you happiness, but money buys security and buys you fulfillment more than that. And that's why you play it.
I prefer to chase my dreams than to chase money because I've actually tried the other path and I was not fulfilled. Every day I woke up, I just felt like I was wasting my life. And then when I changed paths to pursue my dreams, my life is a lot better and a lot more happier.
Calling all music artists from around the world, here's your opportunity to have your music featured on The Hype. We are looking for respectful hip-hop artists, R&B, soul, pop, dance, rock, and inspirational. All you have to do is send us 6 songs in MP3 format, 6 professional pictures, 1 music video if you have one, and a bio of the artist or group. For more info, visit clayphilly.com. If you're an African American girl between the ages of 14 and 18 and you'd like to participate in our workshops, please visit our website on the screen.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl EVE here, and you're watching The Hype.
You're watching The Hype, TV for, by, and about young women on Comcast Channel 66, Philly Can.
Welcome back everyone, make sure you guys give love. Welcome back. Make sure you guys give love to our DJ 007 spinning music from local Philly artists. Today the Hype Squad includes my co-host Vanessa, and Blush will be making sure the audience gets a chance to ask questions. Later on we'll be hearing from Courtney in Courtney's Corner. Now I'd like to introduce you to our guest, professional makeup artist, esthetician, and the local brow whisperer, Miss Torrence Forde. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. So tell us about yourself. How did you get into this profession?
It was something that I always was interested in. As a kid, I never played with my cousins. I would always go in my grandmother's room and play in her makeup, her nail polish, her wigs, anything to be a little diva. That's how it grew. When I was in college, I modeled for the fashion department. I started doing makeup and stopped modeling and just did makeup. When I got out of college, I went and worked part-time at a few counters, and then I just decided to pursue it as a part-time hobby while I worked in finance. And then with the market crashing, I decided to pursue my passion and do it full-time.
Okay. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it, right? So we know a lot of people put makeup on, but they don't ever worry about their skin. So we want to just discuss some skin issues. So where do you think like skin problems originate?
I believe that skin problems, there's two types. There's an external issue where you're dealing with pollution and things in the air, and you know, the water may be too hard or things of that nature. But then a lot of issues originate internally. What you're eating is a big contributor to what is on your face. I tell people a lot of times, high fructose corn syrup is not your friend. Be conscious, be a label snob. Look at what you're taking into your body. If you're drinking juice, and I'm not going to call out any names, but if there are no natural ingredients in it, if it's nothing you can pick off of a tree or dig up out of the ground, if it's a chemical, you really shouldn't drink it.
That's good, that's good, okay. So when you say that people should really worry about what they're putting on their skin, what do you think are some of the types of issues that people run into when they're trying to take care of their skin, whether it's the type of products that they use?
Well, I think the first thing that people need to do is, if you have a skincare regimen, if you don't have any apparent issues and you have a skincare regimen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
You know, but if you find that, you know, you have acne or you've got dry patches, or you know, you feel your skin stretching because it's so tight and dehydrated, then you need to see someone, be it an esthetician as myself or even a dermatologist. But it definitely needs to be something that's properly diagnosed. So when you go into the drugstore or you go into, you know, any particular location that sells skincare, you know, you're armed with information, so you know what to choose.
Right.
So with choosing some of those products, I know that you said it would be best to go and speak to an esthetician or something of the sort. But what if someone doesn't have the means to do that? What kind of products would you recommend for them to use, maybe on the lower end of the budget? Just, you know, for like high school kids or people, you know, who may be going through.
You know, like I said, if you have issues with acne, if you're breaking out, you got whiteheads, those are the little white pimples that, you know, show up. If you have blackheads, you know, you want to look for products that have benzoyl peroxide in them, salicylic acid, and you can find those in drugstores. A lot of different drugstore lines carry different levels of products for acne skin, products for dry skin, products for mature and aging skin. So products that are geared towards acne are 9 times out of 10 going to have that salicylic acid or that benzoyl peroxide.
Okay, so you're talking about making sure we're cognizant of the skin we're in. So is there a way for people to kind of know everybody's skin isn't the same? So are there certain things that people should be aware of when they're getting skin products? Because I know with hair, there are certain products that certain hair can't use. Like you can't use sulfate because sulfate's going to strip your hair. But for other people, sulfate might be good because they have greasy hair. So what do you think some people should be cognizant of when they're getting products?
Look at your skin. If you find that if you wake up in the morning and you wash your face and your face looks dry or no oil, and then around 9, 10 o'clock you're shining in what's called the T-zone, which is your forehead, nose, and cheek. If you're shining, then 9 times out of 10 you have normal to oily skin. So if you're dry and you're flaky and there's no oil, it's tight, then your skin is dry. So you want to be thinking, okay, what do I look like throughout the day? What are my issues? What are my concerns?
One of the biggest things for me is moisturizers. Like, what do I put on my face? Like, oftentimes, I know this might be bad. Like, I'll just use whatever I'm putting on my skin on my face. And I know it's bad, but it's like, what do you use on your skin, on your face skin?
I have to tell my clients this all the time. And I tell people, random people that I meet, there is a reason why in any store, Walmart, Target, whatever, any major store, there is a separate aisle just for face products, and there is another aisle for body products. There's a reason why, because the skin here, the skin here, the skin on the bottom of your foot is not the same as the skin on your face. I mean, even we'll be even a little more specific, the skin on your cheek is not the same as the skin under your eye.
I understand that. So now we're going to have some questions from our audience, because I know they're dying to ask you things as the professional makeup artist you are. So we'll have Blush ask us some of the questions that our audience has.
Thank you, Jessica. We have quite a few questions from the audience, and we have one from TS today.
Hello. My question is, how do I maintain the natural look without having to put on a lot of foundation?
I would say maintaining the natural look without putting on a lot of foundation is really, really being cognizant of your skincare. Remaining natural without a lot of foundation means you're happy in the skin that you're in, you like what you see, and it's really, really about just strategically placing some color where it needs to be.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We have another question, and this question this time is coming from Courtney.
How does skincare affect makeup?
Skincare technically should work in tandem with your makeup. You should really, if you're wearing skincare and towards the end of the day you find that your makeup is moving or it's not as strong as it used to be, then you really should look at the makeup, the skincare that you're using. Your moisturizer could be too oily. You may need to use a gel base or a lotion as opposed to a cream. I really feel like makeup and skincare should talk to each other. So if they don't, then you need to check your makeup and or your skincare.
Fantastic, thank you. And we have another question from Chanel.
Hi, is there a difference in the way I should do my makeup in the winter versus the summer?
Yeah, I think so. Simply because the air is different. In the city of Philadelphia, I know, this region, it's a very wet cold, chilled to the bone type of cold. And also with the forced air heat in a lot of people's houses, it dries out your skin and it dries out your hair. If you find that your skin is a little bit drier in the wintertime, then you may want to go from using a powder to a cream to powder finish. So it'll give you that extra little boost of moisture, but it'll keep it, the powder will help keep and maintain your skin from being shiny.
Lovely, thank you so much for that. I think I'm gonna take some of these tips for myself. In the meantime, Cece has another question for us.
Hi, my question is, what do you prefer, a brush, sponges, or using your fingers to apply makeup?
Fingers. As a makeup artist, and I will have to say I will put a lot of emphasis on the word artist, I use all three. When I'm doing foundation, if I feel that I need to use my fingers, I will. If I'm using, brushes, sponges, different techniques call for different mediums. However, when I am talking to people about doing their own makeup, let's keep it as clean as possible and germ-free as possible. There is no germ-free, but let's keep the germage down. I don't even know if that's a real word, but germage. Keep that germage down. I prefer that they use brushes, not even sponges, because when you look at the cost of your product and how long it should last, a sponge naturally wants to absorb. So if you're using a sponge, you may be pulling too much foundation and running through it too fast. So I tell people to use brushes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna Google germage. In the meantime, we have another question from Anya.
Hello, I was wondering which brand of makeup is the best brand of makeup to use?
I don't advocate any particular brand because no one's paying me. However, what I will say is you need to look at a couple of things. You need to look at your budget first. You need to look at the color and if it works for you and what the particular line is offering. You may find that you can get the same type of look from a drugstore that you would think you'd have to buy in a department store. So it really is based on your budget, your skin tone, and what you need.
Okay, awesome. Just two last minute things that you can think of that somebody would need to think when they're doing their face.
I would have to say you always want to make sure you look as natural and beautiful as possible.
Okay, thank you. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this with more music from our local Philly artists.
Sitting in our days, I wonder how love went away, and if it ever was true. All the plans we made of how someday we would be great, I now go on without you. But I believe that we could set the world on fire. Was it all a dream that we could set the world on fire?
back. We are still joined here with our guest, Torrence Forde, and she has brought some special things for us. So we've been asking in the first segment how we take care of our skin. So now she's going to demonstrate to us, how do you do that? All right, so tell us what you got here.
Well, basically, one concern that people have is, I don't have enough time in the morning. I don't have enough time in the morning. So I like to show them, an 8-minute face.
Yes.
You can carve out an extra 8 minutes in the morning just to make yourself look healthy, live, refreshed, and beautiful.
Okay.
What we have here, our model, she has normal to oily skin. So I wanted to bring a couple different options. And as we talked about, how to change that makeup up from the winter time to the summer, I wanted to show a couple different options. So here, I have a particular one. This is a foundation that's a cream to powder finish.
Okay.
And what it does is it's very creamy, and it goes on very, 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 very light. However, the thing is with foundation, people make the mistake of trying to create a mask. That's not what foundation is for. So here, we just need to put in a little bit of color. She has very even skin, so she doesn't have a lot of skin issues. So she doesn't need a full face of makeup.
Yeah.
So, that took not even a minute, We just want to make sure she's got a little bit of coverage, and she just wants to look like,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people make it really cakey and
Yes,
thick.
yes.
Yeah, and like I was saying, the reason why is because people have the misconception that their whole face needs to be covered.
Right, right.
It doesn't need to be covered. You just need to cover where you need. Foundation is foundation. It's supporting you, not creating something new.
That's right, because some people I like to think of makeup as an enhancer, not a cover-up.
Not a
Like, not a recreation, it's enhancing what you already have.
We only recreate when we're on stage, and we're recreating something in character makeup. That's what when makeup becomes really, really heavy.
Right.
Now this is just a pressed powder, and basically I'm just gonna go in, and I'm just going to set the foundation that I applied. And basically it's just really, really light tapping, not a whole lot, and she looks really good. The next thing I'm gonna add is my favorite product, a bronzer. A bronzer is everybody's best friend. I don't care how light you are, I don't care how dark you are, bronzer is everybody's best friend.
Because I think they have that misconception that it's bronzer, so it's like gonna make you darker. If you already have a darker skin tone, that if you put a bronzer on, it's gonna change that.
Actually, what it does, it just really, really makes you look healthy, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here with the foundation, her skin is even, there's a little bit of moisture coming through. We can see how, her skin is healthy. However, the bronzer is just gonna take it over the top. Okay, so what I like to tell people is when you're applying bronzer, you wanna apply it just in a few areas. You wanna do it almost like in a V, right? So you wanna go underneath the eye on the cheekbone, and I'll tell you a little tip, little secret. If you have bags and your skin is puffy, take your bronzer and actually apply it on the puffy skin. What it does is the light lifts it, and it takes the puffiness away. So we're just gonna go ahead and add a little bronzer down the center of the nose, on the chin, and it just looks like the sun, where you would get a tan. You just look sun-kissed. And with this, you don't even necessarily need blush. Okay?
They don't need your blush.
We always need blush. Now, for the summertime, one thing that I was noticing on the runway were a lot more softer colors, pastels. So I do have two options, and I'm gonna actually go with the lighter option. Even though we as women of color tend to think, oh, I can't wear this color, or it's not for me, blah, blah, blah. If you have brown eyes and brown skin, you can wear anything, okay? Brown is not a color, it's a shade.
Thank you.
So we are going to apply this. And this is a really, really soft, muted pastel pink. Bring lips together. Okay, like that. Alrighty, and basically it gives her just a hint of color, but not too much. And my favorite, I have two options for eyeliner. I have a pencil, which is what a lot of women use, and then I have a liquid felt tip. And I like the felt tip better because it gives you a lot of control. You can make the line as thin or as thick as you want. I like pencils, but I always have to sharpen them. So that goes back in the bag. So we're gonna actually just use, the felt tip. Close your eyes, dear. Now, what I like to teach people about eyeliner, don't be a hero. Don't try to take it all the way from the inside all the way out. split your eye in half.
Oh,
Close your eye.
man.
So we're gonna go from here to the middle, and we're gonna take it out. And I like to just wing it up a little bit, because it actually picks the eye up once it's open. And then we're gonna go from the end to the middle. So we don't have that long possibility of making a mistake and starting over. So we're gonna close here. We're gonna work right to the middle. And I'm gonna relax my hand. Deep breath. And I'm gonna go back in. And I'm gonna come in from the middle, from the beginning of the eye, and work to the middle. And like I said, it lessens your chance of making a mistake and having to start over when time is of the essence. And last but not least, we have mascara. Mascara ranges. Everybody likes what they like. Oh, I like this, I like this. I pay $30 for it. I pay $5 for it. You know? It's not about, I mean, it is about the product, but essentially it's about your technique. And what I like to tell people with mascara, when they say, oh, you can have 50 million lashes, it's all about layering. So you want to apply your mascara in layers. Look down for me, please. So she has nothing on the lash now. So what I'm doing is just coming in and I'm adding some color to the lash, a little bit of mascara. The reason why I feel that lashes clump together, it's not the product, it's that there's too much product on the lashes. So instead of them sticking out, they're going like this.
Okay.
Look down. So we're just adding, you know, a little bit of mascara. And this, honestly, you could do this on the train.
Okay, okay.
You could do this, you know, I won't say while you're driving, because that's not safe.
It's
Look
looking
down.
good, it's looking good.
Okay, and you just want to give it a couple seconds, let it dry, and come in and do like 3 layers. 3 is always a safe way to go. Okay.
All right. Torrence, you did such a wonderful job with us today. I thank you, model, and Torrence, for being with us. I want you all to stay tuned, because up next we're going to have a word from Courtney's Corner. If you want to learn more about Torrence, her information will be on our website. All right, see you, stay tuned.
I'm Al Butler from 900 AM WURD.
I'm Charisma McElwain from the CW Philly. Hey, what's up? This is Kyla Pratt.
Hey, what's up? I'm O'Shea Loren from 100.3 WRNB, and you are watching The Hype.
You're watching The Hype.
And you're watching The Hype.
Calling all music artists from around the world. Here's your opportunity to have your music featured on The Hype. We are looking for respectful hip-hop artists. R&B, soul, pop, dance, rock, and inspirational. All you have to do is send us 6 songs in MP3 format, 6 professional pictures, 1 music video if you have one, and a bio of the artist or group. For more info, visit clayphilly.com. If you're an African American girl between the ages of 14 and 18 and you'd like to participate in our workshops, please visit our website on the screen. You're watching The Hype, TV for, by, and about young women on Comcast Channel 66, Philly Cam.
Sitting in our days, I wonder how love went away, and if it ever was true.
Hi everyone, welcome to Courtney's Corner. So today we talked about getting new looks and fresh makeup tips. So now it's time to take your new look out on the town. So there's different things that we could do here in Philadelphia. I know sometimes we get stuck in going to the same places and doing the same thing. Well, actually there's a lot of websites out that can help you find new adventures in and around Philadelphia. There's Living Social,
Groupon, and then also Amazon Local. On these websites, you can find deals and discounts on fitness packages, eat-in restaurants, and adventures like rock climbing, bowling, paintballing, and plenty, plenty more. Also, this summer, there's going to be lots of festivals and concerts coming into town. We have a Dune Day Festival, which is coming on June 9th. The Tamia, the R&B artist, she'll be coming to the Theater of Living Arts on June 13th. Anthony Hamilton is actually coming to the House of Blues in Atlantic City on July 6th. And Miss Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, with the Miss Carter Show, will be coming July 25th at the Wells Fargo Center. Coming towards the end of the summer, we have Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z with the Legends of Summer Tour coming August 13th at the Citizens Bank Park. And last but not least, to end our summer and going back into the school year, is the Labor Day weekend with the Made in America Festival starting on August 31st to September 1st, headlining Beyonce and other wonderful top charting R&B and hip hop artists at the Ben Franklin Parkway here in Philadelphia. If you want to find more about the events that are happening in Philadelphia, please visit us at clayphilly.com and other events that are happening in the area.
All right, thank you, Courtney. We would like to thank our DJ 007 and our special guest, Torrence Forde. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to learn more information about the music you heard on today's show, or if you would like to be a member of our studio audience and learn more about our monthly program called CLA, please join us at clayphilly.com. I am your host, Jessica Charles, and for Vanessa, for Blush, Courtney, Torrence, and the rest of the Hype crew, we would like to thank you. We'll see you next time.
Here now, G.
Everybody, have to tell you that it makes you beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
God makes you beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey there, excuse me, miss. No disrespect, you're very precious. Please tell me what's your name. You're a precious gem and God's to blame. No, I'm not trying to spit game, cause it's your soul I'm trying to claim. You probably never heard of this.